Presently, I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail in Bear Mountain State Park. Just gotta follow the white blazes. I'm a little below the summit, which is, it stands at about 1,300 feet. Got some nice rock outcroppings up here, which offer some nice views. This would be a perfect spot to camp up here. It's completely flat. You could build a nice fire. Just so picturesque. Now this whole area of the Northeast, about 10,000 years ago, was covered with massive glaciers, probably at least a mile thick. And they basically carved this entire landscape. The entire Hudson Highlands are what they are is because of these glaciers. And you can see traces of them everywhere. Some of the rocks up here, some of the rocks will be completely smooth, where the glaciers just cut through them and polished it, completely flat. And then in other areas you can see glacial erratics, which are basically consist of massive boulders which were deposited here when the glaciers melted thousands of years ago. They could have been carried hundreds, if not thousands of miles from their original destination. And you can see some of these in Bear Mountain State Park here. Some of these are massive, others are relatively small, and here's one up ahead. They call that glacial erratic. Just a boulder situated in the middle of nowhere, basically where it shouldn't be. Got one here, another smaller one up there on top of the rock face. The Appalachian Trail is just one of many trails which crosses through Bear Mountain State Park. There's probably at least half a dozen more. And there's some roads. There's actually a road that actually goes to the summit itself, but I recommend climbing it, not driving up to the summit, because you kind of miss something when you drive up to the top. You don't really get any achievement out of that. And this is just one of many viewpoints that are basically the same up here. This is one of the nicer viewpoints, but there's probably at least a dozen of them that are have similar qualities. In the summer, this place gets really dry, and you have some forest fires here occasionally, so if you ever hike here in the summer, you should definitely check out the conditions before hiking up here. As you can see, with all this grass, it would be very easy to have a forest fire. Bear Mountain State Park on the Appalachian Trail.